Well, Darren, I've just heard you talking about the game generally, and two words you've used are weak and soft. Can you expand on that for us?
Anyone who's here will see it. There's no expansion needed on those terms. This team has stayed out of the relegation zone this season because it has got some talented football players. What it hasn't got is a resilience and a robustness and a character that you're going to need if you're going to actually bridge the gap. We can't bridge the gap with people. It's not players, it's about character, it's about personality. It's nothing to do with having the ball at your feet. We cannot bridge the gap with people that haven't got the substance to criticism, things not going right. You never get anywhere with that. So, and that's not something you teach, that's something that's either in us or not. And that has to be at the main thought process ahead of the recruitment for next year.
And are you confident you can find enough people that do have the qualities that you want?
There's 1,000 players unemployed in the summer. 1,000 players. And actually, it's a good point because I've just reiterated that to the players. We're the 15th or 16th, wherever we are right here, right now. Best team in 5 divisions. It's a hell of a lot of players. It's a lot of players. So the choices will be, the choices should be plenty, really. And my recruitment process started the minute I walked in because I was assessing and evaluating who I think has those qualities to come with us. We've got some very good footballers, no doubt about that. But we haven't got great men, characters, warriors, hardened, experienced pros, live their life a certain way. So that's something that we if we're going to do what we say we're going to do, we have to inject that for next season.
Sure. I think you'd probably agree that one player that would be above criticism today was Jack Rolls,
No.
not just for his goal. No?
No, this is a team game.
Okay. But he did play well.
It's a team game. Jack's lost like everyone else. It's a team game.
Okay. Thinking ahead to Chesterfield, I just wondered if you'd seen them recently and knew how they play and would be able to set up for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you do that with the knowledge you've got already.
But how can you have a foundation of winning without having winners? This is why. Some talented men in that dressing room, football players. But without the character to win every week, and how hard is winning? Winning is the hardest thing to do. That's why only one team does it every week. Every year, wins the league every year. It's the hardest thing to do, and you have to be that group of players that stands head and shoulders above anyone else. And when the games are not great, or when it's not a particularly flowing technical performance, you know how to see those games. In my opinion, this team is happier being 1-0 down because it almost frees up the outcome. They already know, well, we've got nothing to lose now, we're losing. I feel happy, I feel more comfortable, I feel more confident, I'll get on the ball more, I'll take this risk, take that risk. Best teams are the ones that start when it's 0-0, and they're happy being in control of the game. And I think that's a huge statement. It's a big statement, but we are happy with conceding poor goals. Our goalkeeper does nothing all game, every game, and we concede those goals. Nowhere near. Rubbish.
Yeah, I think most people would agree that the goals today were poor goals, just like they were last week.
Exactly, so that's 5 rubbish ones.
Exactly. I don't think I've ever seen a game with so many cards that had so little temperature in the match generally. Did you have a view on the red card for Jamal?
I thought I haven't seen what Jamal did. I haven't seen it, but he got sent off. And he made his team and his friends weaker for him not being on the pitch. So he's let us down. What else is there? If you act in a way that means that you have to leave the field of play and we have to be numerically short, but then draw the game. Draw it 1-1. Let's talk about how rubbish it was. Let's talk about the red card. Draw it 1-1, take a point. This team either gets ahead and wins because it feels great, or it gets behind and loses. And that's why there's 4 draws all season. So I don't think I'm saying anything revolutionary in terms of what people would have seen all year. But the great thing with my position is that I get a chance to change that. You know, and I think the important thing is that we do change it, because I was bored all game. I thought it was rubbish from start to finish. Rubbish. That's not how I feel about football, and that's not how I feel about my behaviour, my character. That's not how I feel.
Sure. It did have a certain end of term feel about it, I think it would be fair to say, especially the first half.
Some of them players are at the end of their term,
yeah,
and there'll be new ones.
Yeah. Okay, well, thanks very much for your time, and see you at Chesterfield for the last game.
Top man, thank you. Cheers, lads.